Moving on to other stories, the National Media Commission says it is unable to publicly condemn attacks on journalists because of the Commission's mediation role in such matters. The Commission says the lack of interest of some journalists in continuing matters brought before the NMC also contribute to the NMC's inability to resolve such matters completely. Chairman of the Commission, Yao Bwedu Ayeboafo, raised the concerns at the launch of a journalist support fund and a commemoration of the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists on Wednesday.
The event was held to raise at least 2 million Ghana cedis to support journalists who face any form of abuse in the line of duty and to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the United Nations Plan of Action on the Safety of Journalists. Commented on why the Commission barely speak on these attacks, Mr. Ayeboafo in his address said, publicly condemning the attacks on journalists who put the Commission in a compromised position.
Sometimes when things happen, the expectation from some people is that the Commission will just rush and come and condemn. Yeah, but there are other parties also involved, and sometimes if you do that and the matter comes before you, you disable yourself from objectively looking at the facts of the matter. Now, the additional thing is sometimes the unwillingness of some of our journalists to even complain or make a report to the National Media Commission. And sometimes we have been pleading. The Executive Secretary is around. There has been a particular incident for which we wrote to those individuals involved to brief us, because this is a country of the rule of law. We cannot take any action on impunity, because you cannot fight impunity with impunity. And so you request for information, and this is denied. Now, in the face of denial of information that enables people to make considered and objective judgment, it becomes very, very difficult to deal with some of these matters.
GGA President Albert Kwabena-Jomfo also urged the government and other stakeholders to work hard to reclaim Ghana's position on the World Press Freedom Ranking.
The combined effect of the spate of attacks against and rampant arrest of journalists as though they were criminals, as well as the backsliding of Ghana in the World Press Freedom Index, send worrying signals, especially to international media watchers who still regard Ghana as a reference point for press freedom and democracy in Africa. Ghana must now be seen to be working hard to reclaim a position on the World Press Freedom Index. We must not and dare not fall further behind in the league table of free media systems in Africa and the world.
Meanwhile, the Center of Awareness Global Mission, owners of Kwa Herbal Center and the Ghana Police Service have donated 500,000 Ghana cedis and 20,000 Ghana cedis to support the fund.
I wish to commend the leadership of the Ghana Journalists Association for prioritizing the welfare of journalists and establishing the Journalist Support Fund to provide the needed assistance to journalists where they need it most. The police service is happy. At this time, we are in a haste to mention that we are making a token donation of 20,000, our contribution to the fund. It is our prayer that the fund grows bigger over time, so that whenever it matters most, any journalist who requires assistance will be able to access the same.
The International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists was inaugurated on 2nd November 2013 by UNESCO to create awareness on violence against journalists. For JoyNews, James Kwesi Aveji and Esther Nkrumah's report read to you.